Hi, Passionators. Oh, and goodness, I finally got a sundress day. I'm so excited, I can't stand it. It feels like I've been waiting 3 years for this. Oh, and the wind is pretty high, so if I disappear in a cloud of hair sometime soon, don't be surprised by it, okay? It's 89 degrees here. Yes, I'm too excited. I've been out here causing all kinds of garden variety chaos and mayhem just because I can. I feel like I've been waiting for this forever. So I'm on what we call the Mag Mile. For those of you who aren't from Chicago, it's a really popular tourist attraction. It's a stretch of about a mile of love the best shopping in Chicago. And it's also a huge tourist attraction. There are a lot of weddings and other celebrations that go on this time of year. So I'm ducking and dodging other people's photo shoots while I'm out here. Well, there it goes. This is what we do. They don't call it the Windy City for nothing, right? But just check out some of this scenery. I don't know if you can see this behind me, but I'm in NBC Tower Plaza. I'm right on Michigan Avenue, and I'm just trying to get you a glimpse of some of what's around me and why I keep bouncing around the city to talk to you guys, because it's so beautiful. I mean, what's the point in having it if you're not going to take advantage of it? I just left my hair doctor, so he's going to be a little bit disappointed in all his hard work. Already looks like I haven't seen him, but he knows life in Chicago. Anyway, I just wanted to stop in while I had a minute and to talk about today's subject. You don't attract what you are. I know that's a pretty counterculture thing to say, and I'm that chick. So I say a lot of things that are counterculture, but it's okay. Stay with me, and I think you'll understand what I mean. When it comes to what you want, what you desire, what you deserve, what you attract is often very different from that. And people get frustrated by that. And why they ask a lot, why do I keep attracting the same person? Why do I keep having the same relationship with different people with different names? Why do I keep doing that? And the short, simple answer to that is, you don't attract what you are. You attract what you believe. You attract what you're compatible with. That's why you can't have what you want. You can have what wants you. So while you're rolling out the scroll of what you want in a man and a woman, in a relationship, in a lifestyle, if what you believe is incompatible with that, you're going to keep attracting what you believe and not what you say you want, wish, desire, or deserve. And that's not going to be the only thing you attract. That's the rub. When you do attract something that is contrary to what you believe or to what you're accustomed to, you often don't recognize it because it's unfamiliar to you. If you have a toxic relationship history and you're used to chaos and crazy, you're used to lying and drama, you're used to all of that, and then you meet somebody who doesn't bring you that, you don't know how to function. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to be. Not because you don't want peace and tranquility, but because you've never done it before and you're not willing to stick around long enough to figure out how to do it. You're not self-aware enough to admit that you don't know what you're doing, and you need a little bit of time to get your training wheels on and figure this thing out. It can be done, you just have to be willing to do it. But if you can't admit that's what needs to be done, then it'll never get done. And you'll keep going back to what's familiar, even though familiar is crazy, even though familiar is chaos, even though familiar is toxic, even though familiar is painful. if you're accustomed to being betrayed, if you're accustomed to being disregarded, if you're accustomed to being neglected, if somebody comes along and cherishes you and treasures you and showers you with the affection and the attention that you say you want, you don't know how to accept it, never mind reciprocate it. I'll wait. I know it it can be really frustrating, but until you figure out what's going on, then you don't know how to change it. The real truth is you attract what's compatible to you. That's what you accommodate in your life. You attract all kinds of stuff that doesn't have anything to do with you. Let's be clear about that. You attract all kinds of stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with what you want, with who you are, with how you function, with what your goals, plans, dreams, wishes, wants. You attract people that don't have anything to do with that. Because there's something about you that they are attracted to. And you don't have anything to do with that. You just showed up, you are who you are, you do what you do, and they see something in it that they get drawn to. That has absolutely nothing to do with you. That's why you can't change it. You can't stop it from happening, you can't start it happening. You can't turn it on and you can't turn it off. You can't determine how anybody feels about you, how they receive you, how they think of you, how you impact them. That is entirely up to them, and it has nothing to do with you. So there is a 4-letter word that is sinking more relationships before they even start than probably any other word in the English language. And no, it's not love. And no, it's not that S word. It's this word, M-A-K-E. The make syndrome. How do I make them do this? How do I make him ask me for another date? How do I make her submit to me? How do I make them like me? How do I make them want to have sex with me? How do I make them want to marry me? How do I make them make them? And it's never make me. How do I make me compatible with what I say I want in a partner? How do I do that? I'm still waiting for that question. As long as I've been doing this, I have never, ever, ever had that question. How do I make me compatible with what I really want in a partner? How do I do that? Because that's the only make that you can make happen. All that other make is about manipulation. All that other make is about power and control, or the illusion thereof. When your focus is trying to make somebody or something outside of you do something that you want them to do, understand that that's manipulation. Understand that. A lot of people will dismiss it or explain it or rationalize it by saying, well, what I want is what's best for them. What I want is going to make their lives better. What I want for them is going to improve their situation. And I'm here to tell you that none of that matters. And that your belief that that's the truth, even if it is the truth, and that's what you're trying to do, makes you arrogant. It makes you self-important. It makes you more important than the divinity that created them and put them on the path that they're on. Does that mean you should allow somebody to do something that's life-threatening? Of course not. If you can prevent it, of course not. But many times you can't prevent that. You can't rescue anybody who's not looking to be rescued. Take that S off your chest and come back to earth and do something that serves you and everything else will take care of itself. You have to be your own rescue. You have to save you. You have to make you. If you want a lifestyle, if you want a relationship, if you want a love story that's radically different from anything that you've ever had before, then you are going to have to become compatible with what you say you want. You've got this laundry list of stuff of what you want. They got to look like this and live like this and roll like that, and your whole lifestyle isn't compatible with any of that. If they tried to incorporate you into their lifestyle, you wouldn't fit. That's what that means. Anytime you're in a position where what you want is going to put them at a disadvantage, that means you're not in alignment. That means you don't fit. One of the worst positions you can be with, ladies, this one is for you especially, because I see this with us more than I see it with men. When what you want in a man is incompatible with who you are, your chances of getting that kind of man are none. Trust and believe. He may have sex with you, he will never commit to you. If you're the kind of person that he has to explain or rationalize to his co-workers, to his friends, to his family, to those closest and most meaningful to him, if when you leave, when you're nowhere around, he's explaining you to them, he's trying to justify why he's spending time with you because they don't see it, you are a liability. No matter how big your booty is or how nice your smile is or how tiny your waist is, you are a liability. He will wet your sheets all night and never go any further than that with you. Hello, is this thing on? Don't fool yourself. No man in a high-profile position is going to willingly attach himself to something that is a liability to him in every other area of his life, no matter how ridiculously good the sex is. He'll keep the sex. Believe that. He'll keep the sex for as long as you let him keep it. But don't get mad when it doesn't go any further than that. Because if you can't be an enhancement to his life outside of that bed is where he's going to spend all his time with you. Because he's not about to put himself in a position where he's got to explain you away to the rest of his life. If he can't comfortably integrate you into the rest of his world, you are not in alignment with who he is as a person, with what he wants to do as a man, with his accomplishment of his purpose and the way he sees his destiny in this world. And as long as you are in opposition to that, you will never be what you claim you want to be. I'll wait. Okay, maybe that's my cue. I popped in unannounced, so I guess I have to keep it short. But thank you again for tuning in. And if I find somewhere else to land before it gets too dark, I may check back in with you. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I could go a lot further. I didn't really mean to get so intense so quickly, but you know, it is what it is. In the moment. So, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I hope some of you at least are enjoying some really nice weather somewhere. And be sure to leave comments and share this video if you think it could be useful. I appreciate that, of course, as always. And thank you for all your support, and stay tuned for more details about Fiji and about an event in Chicago coming up a little bit later this summer, maybe August, Labor Day-ish. I can't wait to get you guys in a room, okay? So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.